You've probably played your fair share of amazing games, maybe even a few that stuck with you for years. But today's lineup goes even further. We're looking at 20 flawless masterpieces that redefined what gaming could be. These titles impressed critics, inspired players, and shaped the future of the industry. Whether you're into massive open worlds, unforgettable storytelling, or jaw-dropping visuals, this list has something for every type of gamer. So sit back, grab some snacks, and clear your schedule, because once you see these games, you'll want to dive into every single one. Starting off strong with a title that didn't just raise the standard, it became the standard. We have Red Dead Redemption 2. This isn't just a game, it's a living, breathing world that pulls you in from the moment you step into Arthur Morgan's boots. Everything feels incredibly real. The wind through your horse's mane, the crunch of snow underfoot, and even how townsfolk remember your actions. The attention to detail is unreal. The way the lighting changes at sunset, the natural sounds of wildlife, and Arthur's beard actually growing over time, all make the world feel alive. But what truly makes Red Dead Redemption 2 unforgettable is its emotional core. Arthur's journey, caught between loyalty to Dutch and his own moral compass, hits on a deeply human level. By the time the story ends, you're not just closing out a game, you're saying goodbye to a character and a world that stays with you. It's living proof that video games can be storytelling, art, and emotion combined into one masterpiece. If there's one game that captures the true spirit of RPG perfection, it's The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. Few games blend story, gameplay, and world building as seamlessly as this one. From the moment you take control of Geralt of Rivia, it stops feeling like you're playing a character. You become him. His sharp humor, unwavering loyalty, and tireless search for Ciri make every mission feel personal and meaningful. What makes The Witcher 3 stand out is how every choice matters. A small decision, whether you help a soldier or walk away, can echo hours later with real consequences. There are no easy answers here, just a world that reacts to your every move. Inspired by Andrzej Sapkowski's novels, the story drags you into a morally complex world that feels alive at every turn. Combat is equally impressive, balancing strategy and style with Geralt's fast dodges, precise swordplay, and powerful signs. Thanks to the variety of builds, from alchemy-focused setups to magic-heavy warriors, the action never grows stale. And then there's the world itself. The grim swamps of Velen, the bustling streets of Novigrad, and the stormy coasts of Skellige, each packed with detail and atmosphere. Add the haunting soundtrack, and you've got an RPG that feels more like a legend come to life. Whether you're new to the genre or a longtime fan, The Witcher 3 is an experience you won't forget. Now let's move to a game that makes you feel small in the most epic way possible. Elden Ring. This isn't just another open-world adventure, it's a complete reinvention of what an action RPG can be. From Software took the punishing brilliance of Dark Souls and mixed it with the freedom of Breath of the Wild, creating a world that's massive, mysterious, and full of danger. The moment you enter the lands between, that mix of awe and fear hits instantly. Exploration feels pure and addictive. One moment you're uncovering ancient ruins, the next you're battling hidden bosses or finding weapons that completely change your playstyle. And when a tough enemy crushes you, the game encourages you to explore, grow stronger, and come back for revenge. Combat is the heart of Elden Ring, built on precision and timing where every hit, dodge, and parry counts. Then there's Torrent, your loyal mount, who turns exploration into something cinematic. Whether you're racing across vast fields or diving headfirst into massive boss battles. With its rich lore, mysterious world, and unforgettable encounters, Elden Ring isn't just a game. It's a journey that tests your skill, patience, and imagination in the best possible way. When God of War arrived, it wasn't just another sequel, it was a complete reinvention of a legendary franchise. For those who followed Kratos through his rage-fueled Greek saga, the shift to Norse mythology and a more emotional story was a bold risk. But what we got was nothing short of a masterpiece. This isn't just a game about combat, though let's be honest, throwing and recalling the Leviathan axe feels unbelievably satisfying. It's about a father haunted by his past, trying to guide his son while learning how to forgive himself. The relationship between Kratos and Atreus drives everything. Their moments together, the lessons, the tension, the slow-building respect feel so genuine that you forget you're watching pixels on a screen. Visually, God of War is stunning. Every snowy forest, glowing cave, and towering mountain feels alive and handcrafted. And when the battles hit, they hit hard. Every strike feels weighty and deliberate, supported by cinematic boss fights and powerful runic attacks that keep the adrenaline pumping. This game didn't just evolve the franchise, it redefined it, proving that even gods can grow, and that true strength can come from love, not just fury. If God of War explored emotional strength, then Sekiro, Shadows Die, twice pushed every limit of skill and focus. This game is a masterclass in challenge, discipline, and precision, exactly what you'd expect from Software, but with a twist. It ditches traditional systems like shields and stamina bars, replacing them with a fluid combat rhythm built entirely on deflection, timing, and patience. Every fight feels like a duel, where one mistake can cost everything. You can't button mash your way through this one. You have to read your enemy, counter their every move, and wait for that perfect opening. The setting only adds to the magic. Set in a haunting reimagining of feudal Japan, you'll explore breathtaking locations from the peaceful cherry blossoms of Hirata Estate to the ethereal beauty of Fountainhead Palace. The grappling hook adds an incredible layer to exploration, letting you scale rooftops, ambush enemies, and navigate the world like a true shinobi. Each boss fight is a lesson in perseverance. Taking down someone like Genichiro Ashina feels like a real personal victory. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice isn't designed for everyone, but for those who master its punishing pace, it delivers one of the most satisfying and unforgettable experiences gaming has to offer. Cyberpunk 2077 went from being one of gaming's biggest disappointments to one of its most incredible redemption stories, and what a transformation it's been. When I returned to it after that rocky launch, I didn't expect much, but what I found was a completely revitalized experience that blew me away. Night City isn't just a backdrop, it's alive. Every neon sign, rain-slicked alley, and glowing skyline pulses with energy, making you feel like you're part of something real. A few imperfections remain, sure, but they disappear once you're immersed in its atmosphere. It's like stepping straight into a gritty cyberpunk novel, full of tension, mystery, and rebellion. What truly sold me, though, was the story. V's journey, paired with Johnny Silverhand's chaotic charisma, creates one of the most unforgettable dynamics in gaming. The choices you make don't just tweak dialogue, they reshape your relationships, your path, and even the tone of the world around you. And gameplay-wise, the freedom is unmatched. You can hack, sneak, or unleash chaos with cybernetic firepower. Every approach feels smooth, distinct, and powerful. Cyberpunk 2077 may have stumbled at the start, but it rose from the ashes to become the game it was always meant to be. A bold, emotional, and unforgettable ride that proves even broken worlds can be rebuilt. When it comes to modern RPGs, Baldur's Gate 3 stands on an entirely different level. It's more than a role-playing game, it's a living, evolving story that bends around your choices. Every decision matters, shaping the world and the people around you in ways that feel personal and unpredictable. The attention to detail is unreal. Every quest, every conversation, and every companion interaction feels handcrafted with care and purpose. Sometimes your decisions pay off, other times they break your heart, but they always feel genuine. Even after multiple playthroughs, there's always something new to uncover. Hidden storylines, alternate endings, and character arcs you never saw coming. The turn-based combat might take a little getting used to, but once it clicks, it's brilliant, strategic, dynamic, and filled with creative possibilities. You can combine spells, use the environment to your advantage, and pull off moves that feel straight out of a tabletop session. Then there are the companions, each one with unique motivations, personalities, and emotional depth. They don't just follow you, they challenge you, question your decisions, and make the story richer. In the end, Baldur's Gate 3 isn't just a game, it's a journey that captures everything we love about RPGs. It's immersive, emotional, and sets a new gold standard for storytelling and player freedom. Heart-wrenching, beautiful, unforgettable. That's The Last of Us. Not just one of the greatest games ever made, but one of the most emotionally moving stories ever told through gaming. From its devastating opening to its quiet, reflective moments, this isn't just a game you play, it's a journey you feel. Each time I revisit it, the story hits just as hard. The bond between Joel and Ellie is written and performed with such honesty that it feels real, their connection growing through fear, loss, and brief moments of hope. The world around them tells its own story too. Broken cities reclaimed by nature, silent streets filled with tension, and every encounter reminding you how fragile humanity truly is. The combat feels raw and desperate, but it's the quiet, human moments that leave a lasting mark. The choices, the guilt, and the sacrifices that make you question what it means to survive. Visually and emotionally, The Last of Us is a masterpiece. Every flicker of light, every shadow, and every note of Gustavo Santaolall's haunting soundtrack builds an atmosphere that stays with you long after it ends. This isn't just a post-apocalyptic tale, it's a powerful story about love, loss, and what it really means to be human. Some worlds are unforgettable, and Skyrim is one of them. It's not just a game, it's a living, breathing world that captures your imagination and never lets go. Even more than a decade later, it still feels timeless, alive, and full of adventure. Back in 2011, its snowy mountains, ancient ruins, and sprawling cities felt revolutionary. And honestly, they still do. What makes Skyrim so special is freedom. You can follow the main quest, rebuild lost guilds, hunt dragons, or simply wander off to see where the wind takes you, and every choice feels meaningful. Building your dragonborn, mastering shouts, forging weapons, and crafting spells all carry a sense of progress and discovery. The sound design ties it all together. The roar of dragons, the whistle of mountain winds, and that epic theme that still gives chills the moment it plays. The expansions make it even better. Dawnguard pits you in a fierce battle between vampires and hunters. Dragonborn takes you to Solstheim to face the powerful Miraak, and Hearthfire lets you build a home of your own. A small slice of peace in a world of chaos. Even today, Skyrim isn't just nostalgia. It's an adventure that grows with you, always offering something new beyond the next mountain.
Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to stay that way. Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius to join the defense. God's guide you headlong.
Uncharted 4. A Thief's End is everything an action-adventure game should be, cinematic, emotional, and unforgettable. Going in, I wondered how it could possibly top the earlier entries, but it exceeded every expectation. Nathan Drake's final adventure isn't just another treasure hunt. It's a heartfelt story about family, loyalty, and letting go. What truly makes Uncharted 4 stand out is its character depth. The dynamic between Nate and his long-lost brother Sam adds real weight to the story. Their shared memories, banter, and emotional tension make every scene hit harder. And then there's Elena. Her relationship with Nate feels genuine and layered, grounding the entire story in something deeply human. Gameplay-wise, it's a non-stop thrill ride. Whether you're scaling ancient ruins, surviving explosive gunfights, or outrunning chaos in the legendary Madagascar chase sequence, everything flows seamlessly with cinematic precision. Every location is breathtaking, every moment carefully crafted. In the end, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End isn't just an epic finale, it's a touching goodbye to one of gaming's most beloved heroes. With its stunning visuals, tight gameplay, and emotional storytelling, it delivers a perfect send-off to Nathan Drake's journey.
Having fun yet?
Real blast.
Bloodborne isn't just a game, it's an ordeal, an awakening, and a test of everything you think you know about action RPGs. The first time I stepped into the eerie streets of Yharnam, I felt lost and uneasy, surrounded by grotesque monsters and suffocating fear. But that's the magic of Bloodborne. Every failure teaches you. Every victory feels earned, and every step forward feels like progress against impossible odds. Unlike Dark Souls, this game pushes you to stay aggressive. Its rally system rewards boldness, letting you regain health by striking back, which turns each fight into a brutal, fast-paced dance between life and death. The trick weapons, like the Saw Cleaver and Ludwig's Holy Blade, make combat fluid and unpredictable, forcing you to adapt on the fly. The world itself is a masterpiece of gothic horror. From Yharnam's haunting streets to the grotesque nightmare realms beyond, every inch drips with mystery and atmosphere. And the bosses? Pure chaos and artistry. Lady Maria, Ludwig the Accursed, the Orphan of Kos, each one unforgettable and merciless. Bloodborne is dark, challenging, and completely captivating. It doesn't just test your skill, it transforms you. Conquering its horrors isn't just about beating a game, it's about surviving an experience that stays with you long after you put the controller down. A Plague Tale. Requiem didn't just continue the story from innocence, it perfected it. I went in wondering if it could possibly match the emotional impact of the first game, but by the end, I was completely stunned. Amisha's transformation is the beating heart of this story. Watching her evolve from a frightened girl into a fierce, battle-worn protector is both heartbreaking and empowering. Charlotte McBurney's voice acting deserves special recognition. Every line she delivers carries genuine emotion, from quiet fear to raw determination. The world itself feels like a dark, beautiful painting brought to life. Crumbling cities, golden fields, and eerie ruins all blend into a hauntingly gorgeous landscape. The rat swarms are as terrifying as ever, keeping the tension high during every stealth encounter and puzzle. There's no real safety here, just fleeting moments of calm before the chaos returns. But it's the story that lingers long after the credits roll. Every twist, every loss, and every fragile glimpse of hope hits deeply. A Plague Tale. Requiem isn't just a sequel, it's a masterclass in storytelling and emotion, proving that the most painful journeys often create the most unforgettable memories. Batman. Arkham City set the bar for superhero games so high that it still hasn't been topped. This isn't just about playing as Batman, it's about becoming him. From the moment you glide across Gotham's rooftops, the immersion is complete. The open-world prison district feels alive, dark, gritty, and filled with hidden stories. The Gothic architecture, glowing neon signs, and shadowy alleys turn Gotham into a living, breathing character. Every corner hides something to uncover, from side missions to chilling Easter eggs. The villains are just as iconic as you'd hope. Facing off against Joker, Two-Face, and Mr. Freeze feels like stepping straight into a comic book come to life. The Mr. Freeze boss fight, in particular, stands as one of the smartest ever designed, forcing you to constantly adapt your tactics and think like the Dark Knight himself. But Arkham City is more than just a great action game, it's the ultimate Batman experience. The detective work, the seamless combat, the gadgets, and the haunting atmosphere all come together to make you feel like Gotham's true guardian. Whether you're stalking criminals from the shadows or gliding through the night sky, this game captures the essence of being the Batman better than anything else.
If he gets up, I'm gonna knock you boys down. Permanently.
Middle-earth. Shadow of Mordor is one of those rare games that hooks you from the very first sword swing and never lets go. The moment you face your first orc captain, it's clear this isn't your average action game. The revolutionary Nemesis system changed everything. Every orc has a name, a personality, and a grudge. If one defeats you, they remember it, taunting you the next time your paths cross. It makes every encounter feel personal and unpredictable. Combat is fast, fluid, and brutally satisfying, blending sharp swordplay with ghostly wraith powers that make you feel unstoppable. The stealth mechanics are just as rewarding. Sneaking into camps, turning enemies against each other, and watching the chaos unfold never loses its thrill. Mordor itself feels alive and dangerous, filled with ruins, strongholds, and secrets waiting to be uncovered. It's a harsh world built on power and fear, and you shape your story within it. Shadow of Mordor captures revenge and domination in the most thrilling way possible, letting you forge your own legend, whether through brute strength or cunning control. It's a one-of-a-kind experience that still stands out as one of gaming's boldest adventures.
Nothing makes sense.
Nothing has changed. This is how it will be. The future and the past are linked in darkness.
I don't understand why I'm here.
And I can't remember. Let's go find the slaver.
Nier Automata isn't just a game, it's an emotional journey that lingers long after you finish it. Beneath its stylish, action-heavy combat lies a deeply human story about life, purpose, and what it truly means to exist. You follow 2B, 9S, and A2, androids who are far more than machines. Their struggles with loyalty, identity, and loss make every moment hit harder. The narrative is layered and philosophical, inviting players to question the meaning of humanity and choice. Gameplay constantly keeps you on your toes. 1 minute you're slashing through enemies in high-speed combat, the next you're dodging bullet patterns or exploring vast, desolate landscapes. It blends genres effortlessly while keeping every moment engaging. The soundtrack is another masterpiece. From quiet piano melodies to sweeping orchestral themes, it adds raw emotion to every scene. By the time you reach the final ending, you're left reflecting not just on the story, but on yourself. Nier Automata is more than an action RPG. It's a work of art that challenges your heart and mind in ways few games ever do. Black Myth Wukong is a stunning blend of myth, mastery, and modern technology, a game that absolutely lives up to its massive hype. From the very first moment, stepping into its world inspired by Journey to the West feels like entering a living legend. Powered by Unreal Engine 5, the visuals are breathtaking. Mist-covered forests, flickering torchlit caves, and colossal divine beasts that look like they've leapt straight out of a painting. But it's not just a feast for the eyes. The combat is pure brilliance. Every strike feels weighty and deliberate, demanding precision and patience. The shape-shifting system adds a brilliant twist, letting you morph into mythical creatures or summon illusions mid-battle. Every boss fight feels like a cinematic showdown, both challenging and mesmerizing. What really sets it apart is its storytelling. Wukong's journey of redemption, layered with ancient Chinese folklore and spiritual depth, feels both epic and personal. Each quest, each encounter carries meaning. Black Myth Wukong isn't just another action RPG, it's a bold artistic statement that sets a new bar for storytelling, visuals, and emotional depth in gaming. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild didn't just reinvent the Zelda series, it reshaped the entire open-world genre. The magic of it lies in pure freedom. From the moment you step out onto the Great Plateau, there's no checklist, no forced direction, just endless possibilities. Every climb, every glide, every shrine you stumble upon feels earned and personal. It's a world that reacts to your curiosity. Metal weapons attract lightning, flames spread with the wind, and cooked meals can mean the difference between survival and disaster. It's those details that make Hyrule feel alive. The shrine puzzles are clever and rewarding, constantly nudging you to think outside the box. And perhaps the best part, you can face Ganon whenever you choose, with no barriers in your way. It's a game built entirely on player freedom and discovery. Breath of the Wild isn't just one of the greatest Zelda titles ever made, it's a timeless reminder of how magical exploration can feel when a game truly trusts its players. Portal 2 isn't just one of the smartest puzzle games ever made, it's a masterpiece of design, humor, and storytelling that proves games can be both brainy and deeply entertaining. From the moment it starts, GLaDOS returns with her razor-sharp wit and passive-aggressive charm, setting the tone for an adventure that's as clever as it is emotional. The portal gun remains one of the most innovative mechanics in gaming history, using portals to fling yourself across rooms, redirect lasers, or bounce through chambers coated in colorful gels never stops being fun. Each puzzle is perfectly tuned to make you feel brilliant the moment you solve it. And the writing? Absolutely flawless. Wheatley's clumsy enthusiasm and GLaDOS's dark sarcasm turn every interaction into gold. Beneath all the humor lies a surprisingly deep story about creation, control, and identity, giving the comedy real weight. Even years later, Portal 2 stands tall as a rare mix of intelligence and charm, a 10/10 experience that challenges your mind while keeping you grinning the whole way through.
immersive.
Hollow Knight may look simple at first glance, but step into Hallownest and you'll quickly realize it's something truly special. Its hand-drawn world is hauntingly beautiful. Quiet tunnels, glowing lanterns, and soft, echoing music create an atmosphere that's both lonely and mesmerizing. Exploration is the heart of the game, and every path you take feels like uncovering a forgotten secret. The combat is sharp and rewarding, demanding patience and precision. Boss fights like the Radiance or Hornet test your reflexes and focus, pushing you to improve until victory finally feels euphoric. What makes it shine, though, is how everything connects. Every area, story thread, and hidden challenge feels intentional and meaningful. For a game made by a small team, it's packed with content, dozens of hours of exploration, emotional lore, and incredible replay value. Hollow Knight isn't just an indie triumph. It's one of the greatest games ever made, a timeless adventure that stays with you long after you've set the controller down. Persona 5 Royal is one of those rare games that completely consumes your time and emotions, and you'll love every minute of it. I remember thinking a 100-hour RPG might be too much, but once I started, I couldn't stop. You're a high school student by day and a phantom thief by night, balancing everyday life with surreal, high-stakes heists that dive deep into the human psyche. Every choice matters, from hanging out with friends and studying for exams to infiltrating mind palaces filled with danger and symbolism. What truly makes it unforgettable, though, are the characters. Each member of the Phantom Thieves feels real, flawed, hopeful, and deeply relatable. Their personal stories hit hard, and watching those bonds grow gives the game its emotional core. The combat blends classic turn-based strategy with incredible style and energy, and the additions in Royal, from showtime attacks to expanded story arcs, make it the ultimate version of an already amazing game. And the soundtrack? Pure magic. That mix of jazz, funk, and energy turns every moment into a vibe. Persona 5 Royal isn't just a game, it's a rhythm, a lifestyle, and an experience that sticks with you long after the credits fade.
Persona! Shitsune! All right. Let's go.
And that wraps up 20 games that aren't just worth playing. They're worth remembering. Each one tells a story, stirs emotion, and reminds us why gaming means so much. Whether you're gliding through Gotham, battling ancient gods, or diving into dreamlike worlds, these games prove how powerful this medium can be. So, which one's calling your name? Are you revisiting a favorite or jumping into something new? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what's on your must-play list. And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss more gaming lists like this one.